Hello friends, you guys showed right up just in time. Just got the 32 Ford registered and got the plates on. You guys want to go for a drive? Okay, so well, we got the 32 Ford done. Finally, that's been a long road with this one, considering I started it 11 or 12 years ago. And I was building this, and I remember the reason why it went into the box and just got shelved was because I was trying to get accurate door hinges, so that I could, the pin style hinges. And I never did come up with a good way to do that, but shortly after I did these hinges, I watched a video on a fella doing the pin style hinges, and the problem I was having is I couldn't find anything accurate to scale size or simple enough to bend and make my own hinges. And I forget the fella's name that did the video, but he used copper wire, and he just kind of flattened it out and was able to bend it and make the hinges and a pin. And they came out really good, and I was like disappointed because I had done this way already, and I was like, I'm not gonna tear it all apart and redo it, because at that time I had the car in paint and everything already, but here she is. We got her done. You guys see I switched up the wheel setup that I was originally going with and went with these, and I was trying to get these same size rims for the back, and we tried to send these tires over to Manny's Scale Modeling to see if he could machine the insides out to fit that, but they just kept collapsing on the lathe, and they wouldn't really hold secured, so we scratched that idea. And I found these in the box, which were the original wheels to this kit. Now this is the original kit. This body and everything was from the 32 Ford Vicky out of this box, and it was horrible. There was flashing everywhere, and even on these wheels, like, I've already cleaned these up as best I could get in there, and they're still the flashing was just, it was insane. We did do the custom heated headers on there. I think those came out really cool. Got the blue and yellow in there. Some fabbed up mirrors. Those are real aluminum. The interior tub and the frame are all from this kit, which I don't have anymore. I just use those parts for it. And actually, I think the grill also is from this kit. So the interior tub, the frame, and suspension was all from that. The engine was an engine that Manny over at Manny's Scale Modeling, he had made years ago, and I ended up buying it off of him after it was already built, painted, and everything. But he did everything but the headers on there. I did those. Those are just telescopic tubing, aluminum, and I purchased the motor off of him, and then I decided that I was going to use it on this build. And I'll show you some pictures of this that I had from when I originally started this. So, it's changed directions quite a few times during the build and everything. I got this nice New York style license plate, personalized, says Hillbilly on there, and I had Manny Scale Modeling, actually he made these for me, so I think he made a set of them for himself too. Really cool. And those taillights are something I made out of resin. The UV resin. I made those and I made a mold. Hold on a second, I'll grab that for you guys. And I made a mold out of, see if I can find it here. Out of this, and I'm not really sure what this was from or what kit. Maybe you guys know, but it was part of a bumper. Get that to focus. There you go. And this was part of a bumper from an old kit that I have no idea, and I think it was just some stuff that I ended up buying off of eBay, one of those old junk lots, you know. And I found that in there, and I made a mold of it, and then I made these lights out of it. So yeah, that came out pretty cool, and we got our own custom lights, and then I used the chrome pens around there to get the chrome trim on it. So I think those came out pretty cool. What else on this kit? We had a lot of trouble with this. I gave Manny over at Manny Scale Modeling, I give him this front end years ago, back when he owned VCG Resins, and he was going to make all those pieces so that we could use them on other kits, because it was a really cool independent front suspension with a lot of detail. So I give him that, and he did make the molds of it, and he had the master that he was going to give back to me, and we don't know what happened to it. Either he gave it back to me and I lost it, or he lost it himself before he gave it back to me. We couldn't really figure it out. But either way, he was really, he went on eBay, because I told him that, you know, the front kit was gone, and he went on eBay and bought a whole nother kit of this 32 Ford, and I don't think it was this exact one, but it was one that has that same frame, front suspension and everything, and he bought the kit just so that he could replace the front end. I think he felt bad that maybe he lost it or something, but we still don't know what happened to it. So yeah, and the flame job and everything, and this was my first time going back at it, and you know, I was kind of looking for something different on this, and it came out decent. I mean, a lot of people like it, but I see flaws in it. And this is all House of Colors paints, True Fire Flames kit, and then I sprayed over top of it with Passion Purple, just to kind of give it that effect. When the light hits it right, you can just see the purple. And I used the same thing with the Reaper in the back, and that's on a stencil. You know, certain ways the light hits it, you could see it, and then it just kind of ghosts away, you know. So that's that. And this was taking so long waiting to get it finished up, as I was waiting for this Excel ignition coil to complete everything, and Manny ended up printing me one with his 3D printer over at Manny Scale Modeling, and just picked that up from him the other day, and so we come home and I got this finished up last night. Everything but the license plate. I wanted to wait and put the license plate on so I could do that with you guys, because I thought that was cool. Most of the interior stuff, let's see if I can get you in there. It's kind of hard with these doors. I'll try from the other side maybe. Yeah, it's kind of hard to focus, but yeah, most of the interior stuff I just did with the chrome pen, you know, around the steering wheel and that, and around the gauge pods. And that was pretty it. And all the windows in this, I just used, I think I did a video on that where I showed you guys a quick little how-to. I just, excuse me, cut out pieces of an old box for a Q-tip box, you know, clear plastic. Just cut it up and made my own windows, and used Mod Podge to put them in there. In the windshield, I kind of foobarred in the corners there. You see, there's a little bit of glue in the corners on both sides. So that was messed up on this, and then see if I can get this in a shot. Right here, let me get my pointer. Sorry. Right here, no sooner I clear coated the car, a fruit fly landed on it. And I haven't rubbed it out yet, or cut and buffed or anything on this, but there's some little dust nips up here in the top too that could be fixed up. But overall, the paint work, I think, come out pretty good, you know, for waiting, you know, for my 15-year Ford, or no, I'm sorry, the paint come out pretty good for being my 11-year break, you know, and then just kind of getting back into it. And you know, my vision's not quite what it used to be. I got to use the reading glasses now to see up close and everything, you know. Years ago, I was able to do all that stuff with no issues. But yeah, we're getting older. And let me show you guys this real quick. This is those little sheets of license plates that Manny made me, and he actually made the stickers for them too. And if you look in there really close with a magnifying glass, there's actual writing on those inspection and registration stickers. So that's really neat. Really appreciate that. He did a really killer job on these. And I don't know if he's going to make these sheets custom for other people and sell them on his. I know he had a website that he was doing a lot of his aluminum stuff on, but. So that's it for the Ford. You know, if you guys got any questions or anything on that I didn't go over, because there's a ton of work done into that car, and you know, cutting out doors and the air vent and everything. A lot of work. So yeah, if you had any questions on that, you know, throw it down in the comments and I'll answer them. But I want to move on. I want to work on. So both my projects are finished that I started when I opened this channel about a month and a half ago. So my next project I want to start on is this, the Surf Shark kit, and we're gonna do a hearse on this. So if anybody's got any information on hearse stuff, you know, that would go cool along with this build, you know, shoot that down in the comments and point me in the right direction to grab some of that stuff. And but yeah, I think we're gonna do a hearse with this, and I think I might do a patina paint job on it, along with maybe some I can't think of the word I'm trying to use, the you know, the graphics on the side and stuff. I got some ideas of stuff I want to do on that. So yeah, so this is going to be one of my next builds, and I tend to try to work on 2 or 3 projects at a time. So if I get stalled on one for some reason, I can keep going and work on the next thing. Another kit that I want to get working on, and this I need a lot of stuff for, wheels, engine, just a lot of stuff I'm going to be looking for. So this is going to take some time to build, you know. Nothing I plan on finishing soon, but I'll be dabbling in this a little bit. I will get that going, and then I want to do a 3rd project, and I want you guys to pick. So I'm gonna show you. I got 4 kits that I started, and these are all kits that are been started 11 plus years ago and stalled for various reasons. And most of them I don't remember why they were stalled until I get back into building them. Then I'll be like, oh yeah, you know. So I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna get a kit set up to show you guys. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then at the end, I think I want you guys to decide on one for me to build next. So it's like a stalled project, and you know, the audience picks which one for me to work on, just to kind of way to get them back out and worked on and get them done. You know, like I said, these have been stalled for 11 plus years. So some of them 15 years. So let me pause this. I'll get a kit and we'll show you. Okay, so the first one I have on the list is this old wrecker I was building, and you know, this was pretty cool at the time. It's got a really nice paint job on it. I lost the hood down here. The hood's a little dusty right now. And the whole back half of this thing is all scratch built out of plastruck or evergreen, and I made it. It does lift up. I got a hydraulic ram on there, and it does slide back. Oop. Yeah, it won't hold itself up there, but and I remember I was working on toolboxes for it back when, and that's about all I remember. So yeah, the record build, that's going to be one of them we can try and get finished up. I think that would be pretty neat. And I'll pause it. I'll grab another one to show you. Alright, so the next kit we have is going to be the slammed S10 Blazer. This is the body. Looks like I painted it, and when I sanded it, it looks like I burned through a bunch of spots where I had painted it. So and then these side windows I covered up, cut the box out so it actually opened up, drilled out the roll pan for the different style lights in there, and covered these lights up. So I did a lot of custom work on this one, and this is a kit that, again, Manny was making. Manny Scale Modeling, back when he owned VCG Resins, was this S10 Blazer, and I got some decals for it from the S10 Lowrider. Not 100% sure if these are even any good anymore, but we was going to try to use those on there. And I was trying to do some custom framework for this. This is all built out of plastruck or styrene, but I was trying to build a full frame for this truck, and it looks like this isn't complete, so I'll stall there. I don't have an engine for this in this box, and these are the wheels that I had for it. I think those look pretty neat on there, and I think these came from a die-cast kit back in the day. And then we got a custom cow hood for it. So it's a pretty neat build. Just got to get her finished up, you know. So that's another one that we have. Let me get you guys paused, and I'll grab another one to show you real quick. Alright, so we showed you the S10, the slammed S10 was the last one. And then for this one is going to be another S10 Blazer. And this one was going to be an S10 Blazer mud truck. this is on the four-wheel drive Chevy truck frame, and this is a 572 motor that was built by Manny Scale Modeling back in the day too. So it's another engine that Manny built. So we got that on this frame, and it looks like I was mocking it up to fit the body. I just looks like I started making a custom interior tub for it. It wasn't quite finished. And this is the grill assembly. And this is a resin piece too, and I think this was painted with that old, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But yeah, this was going to be a mud truck. So that's another option, the S10 mud truck. Very cool build. I think when it's done, it'll look neat. We'll get you paused, and we'll bring out the last one. Alright, so the last one we showed was that S10 mud truck, and then this one we got the 86 Monte Carlo SS. Did do some interior work on this. Originally when I built this, it was a lowrider, and then I didn't like it as a lowrider, so I decided I was going to do a Pro Street build with it. So we got the probably the Nova chassis under there, or the other Pro Street chassis. I can't remember which one I used here, but so that's the car. It's in paint in blue. It's got some body lines in there. I never sanded those out, or mold markings, I should say. But overall, the paint's not too bad on there. I probably rattle cam that. Got the original chassis in there still that I cut out when it was a lowrider. Had it slammed to the ground. And we got some Pro Street wheels for it, and some skinny fronts. And then it looks like I got a Chevy 350 motor in there. Looks like probably a NASCAR motor because it's got all the details and the valve covers and everything. It's a manual transmission. So that was the fourth kit that we could try building. So you guys pick which one, and let me know down in the comments. Whichever one gets the most votes, we'll work on next. You know. Other than that, I think that's all I got for this Sunday Model Cars and Coffee. You guys have a great day, and build something. Appreciate you. Appreciate all my subscribers. We're at 113 now. That's awesome. We're moving right along. Great group of people. Really appreciate you guys. Have a great day.